A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark ruling that could reshape the future of immigration policy, a federal appeals court has ruled against the Trump administration's use of an 18th-century law to expedite the deportation of Venezuelan migrants. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit declared that there was no invasion or predatory incursion, justifying the application of the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, a statute that allows the president to remove citizens of an enemy country during times of war or invasion. This decision comes amidst ongoing legal challenges to the Trump administration's aggressive immigration tactics, particularly targeting members of the Tren de Aragua gang. Earlier this year, the Trump administration deported hundreds of individuals alleged to have ties to this Venezuelan gang, using the Alien Enemies Act as a basis for their actions. This controversial approach has been met with fierce opposition from immigrant rights activists and legal experts, who argue that the law was never intended to be wielded against criminal organizations during peacetime. The Fifth Circuit's ruling, issued by a three-judge panel, has significant implications for the administration's immigration policies. The court emphasized that the situation involving Tren de Aragua does not fulfill the criteria of an invasion or predatory incursion, as defined by the law. The judges stated, "A country's encouraging its residents and citizens to enter this country illegally is not the modern-day equivalent of sending an armed, organized force to occupy, disrupt, or otherwise harm the United States." This statement directly counters the administration's argument that the gang's activities constituted a national security threat. The ruling comes as part of an ongoing legal saga that has seen the case bounce between various levels of the judiciary. The initial lawsuit was filed by migrants detained in Texas who sought to block their deportation under the Alien Enemies Act. While the district court initially denied them relief, the case eventually reached the Supreme Court, which temporarily halted the removals in April, citing insufficient notice provided to the migrants prior to their deportation. In the wake of the Supreme Court's intervention, the government updated its procedures, now offering a 7-day notice before deportations. However, the Fifth Circuit noted that this timeframe may still need further evaluation to ensure it meets the due process rights of the migrants involved. The ruling has drawn mixed reactions, with Judge Leslie Southwick, nominated by President George W. Bush, penning the majority opinion. Judge Irma Carrillo Ramirez, appointed by President Biden, agreed with the majority on the lack of an invasion, but expressed concerns that the 7-day notice was insufficient. In contrast, Judge Andrew Oldham, nominated by Trump, dissented, arguing that the ruling undermines the president's authority in matters of national security and foreign affairs. The Trump administration has defended its actions, claiming that the courts should not second-guess the president's determination regarding threats posed by the Tren de Aragua gang. They argued that the gang's connections to the Venezuelan government and its alleged involvement in drug trafficking warranted the application of the Alien Enemies Act. Despite the setback, the administration did achieve a partial victory in the ruling, as the court found that the procedures for informing detainees of their legal rights were appropriate. However, the broader implications of this ruling could lead to significant changes in how the U.S. handles deportations and immigration policy moving forward. As the legal battle continues, the Trump administration is expected to appeal the ruling to the full Fifth Circuit or potentially to the Supreme Court, where the final decision on this contentious issue will ultimately rest. The outcome of this case could reshape the landscape of immigration enforcement in the United States, particularly concerning the application of laws designed for wartime conditions to modern immigration challenges. The implications of this ruling extend beyond the immediate fate of the Venezuelan migrants involved. It raises critical questions about the balance of power between the executive branch and the judiciary when it comes to immigration policy and national security. As the debate continues, many will be watching closely to see how the courts navigate these complex issues, particularly in a politically charged environment where immigration remains a hot-button topic. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.